bum.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, CocoSports.com proudly presents Wrestle AM. It's half wrestling show, half morning show, pretty much all BS. And of course, you got the Coco crew here holding it down live. First of all, you got yours truly here, the sexiest man on all of Internet Wrestling Radio. That's right, boom, boom, here shaking the room live from the frosty tundra of the RVA, Richmond, Virginia. And of course, joining me there, way across the pond there, the man who's got a lifetime subscription to ChubbyLovin.com. Talk about Dave Kokotis and Coco. WWE's got another pay-per-view on track here, man. What do you think?
This is crazy. I run a blog that covers combat sports. By run it, I mean I yell at Jerry and the staff to do stuff. And I do a podcast every day about pro wrestling. At least I try to. This pay-per-view snuck up on me. Like, it really snuck up on me. Like, Boom was like, we got to do pay-per-view profits this week. I'm like, are you for real? We have to do pay-per-view profits? I don't know if it's a new named pay-per-view. I don't know if it's because...
Well, Dave, to your defense, it is called Fastlane. This is replacing the Elimination Chamber, and we all kind of know that this doesn't count.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're trying to make it count. They got the WrestleMania-type feel to it. But at the same time, it's just... I don't know. Raw has been so bad, and the pay-per-view was kind of sad and depressing, unless, of course, you hate professional wrestling fans. I don't know. There's nothing I look forward to in this, but hopefully. But who knows? But I was thinking,
Fastlane. I think it's like, we've all been to concerts before, and whenever you have like a concert, sometimes you'll have somebody come out and open up, and they'll come out and they're like, "Hey, how you doing? Whatever city you're in, and they'll start playing, they'll start singing songs, and people will be like, "Who the fuck is this? Why are you up here? I haven't heard any of these songs. Why the hell are you here? Okay, let's get to this bullshit. We want to get to the big show." For me, the only thing I can, and God, this is probably going to be somewhat embarrassing, but one concert that I went to, and this is what it's like, is it was 1992. We got the opportunity, my family and I, we got this opportunity to go see Garth Brooks live in concert. This was back when he was starting to gain a lot of traction. I think this was right around the time No Fences was coming out, or that was like the big album. This was like in '92, and then before that show, there was like a relatively unknown Martina McBride had opened up for him. And of course, the crowd was polite. Don't get me wrong, but they just weren't really into it. They're like, "Okay, yeah, you can sing, honey. This is really great, but we really want to see Garth right now. Can you please hurry up because we want to get to." This is what I think of Fastlane. This is Fastlane is Martina McBride. WWE's WrestleMania, that's like Garth Brooks. So right now the fans are kind of like, this is nice. Yeah, there's a couple of matches I kind of want to see, but yeah, can we fast forward to WrestleMania? But when you get to stuff like Raw and NXT, I mean, that's like Jimi Hendrix opening up for the Monkees, which actually did happen, by the way.
Even though I'm not that excited about Fastlane, it might be one of those pay-per-views. On paper, it doesn't look too bad. You just don't give a shit. But it might be one of those pay-per-views. There's no part-timers, and they're probably going to bust their ass trying to get that last-second WrestleMania spot. I don't know. It could be. This could be one of those pay-per-views you don't give a shit about going in, but could surprise you, like maybe a Money in the Bank, or I don't know. My best bet is these athletes try, and it surprises you. But
maybe. Well, David, here's another thing. I think that we have such low expectations off of this. I think if anything halfway decent comes out of it, it'll be, oh my God, this was actually pretty good. But I think that's because we've lowered the bar so much, especially when it comes to WWE.
Yeah, we had requests to bring back Good, Bad, and Ugly of Monday Night Raws, and I'd be like, that's not fair. We just call it Bad and Ugly. And the thing is, I don't know. I want to be down on a product. But this is what I'm saying, as a fan.
Well, no, dude, we couldn't do Good, Bad, and Ugly. We'd have to call it the meh, the what the fuck, and oh my dear God.
Yeah, the thing is about WWE Fastlane is, I'm not expecting much. I'm gonna watch it, but it's one of those. Come on, we need one good pay-per-view. Help us out, I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna shoot here. This is the closest I've been my whole life when giving up the WWE product. And I believe in fandom. I believe in being loyal. I believe in being through the thick and thin. But when the Buccaneers are in last place, they don't call their fans fucking stupid. I feel like this is a last place team, and the ownership's like, fuck you. What the fuck you gonna do about it, bitch? And
So
that's
you're
depressing.
saying WWE is the LA Clippers.
Yes, exactly. But I'm hoping, like, I'm praying to Terry Funk. I don't want to be so negative. I'm hoping that this is a good pay-per-view. All right, so now that we got the fucking sad begging, please give us a good pay-per-view WWE segment out of the way, explain to people how pay-per-view profits work, and let's start breaking down the matches.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never played before, this is called pay-per-view profits. It's a very simple concept. It's a pick-'em game. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to list the number of matches happening at Fastlane, and you're simply going to pick who you think is going to win. And for every correct pick that you get 1 point. And come the end of the pay-per-view, whoever has the most correct picks and the most points is the winner, and therefore the pay-per-view profit. Now, to make things interesting and in all interest of fairness, we're going to introduce some tiebreaker questions. So I do stress that getting in the tiebreaker questions are pivotal, because sometimes we've had, like, and I'm not joking here, like 10-way ties for second, and so the win and losses have come strictly down to a single tiebreaker question. So please bear that in mind. Now, if you've never played before, can you play? Yes, you can. When can I put in my picks? You need to put them in the comments section here on this video as soon as possible. Can I change my picks? Yes, you can. You have until the pay-per-view starts. Now, once the pay-per-view starts, all your picks will be locked in, and you're going to have to just live with it from there. And be awesome. That's pretty much the only rules we got to it, and it's just all for fun and bragging rights. Right now, you got a lot of catching up to do, because CS Fitzy, man, he's reigning supreme. I know that Rick 1982 is looking for a little revenge, but you can't count out people like Ewok from Indoor, Hook and Shoot, all Bullet Club Bigs. You can't count those guys out, so good luck to everybody.
And the winner also gets posted on our blog, but it's just bragging rights, and there is human error. And if you could, put the tiebreakers and all your picks in one post. All right. We got the official rules out of the way. We got the begging WWE, you owe us a good pay-per-view, while tears in our eyes. Let's do what we do best. Let's make some horrible picks and see where this goes. You have the card in front of you.
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I want to say that this is according to WWE Network, or excuse me, WWE.com, and I'm going to be working from the bottom of the card up to the top, and so here we go.
With that said, there's a lot of rumors of matches being added. You could throw those in on your picks too. We're just going off what WWE.com says, because there's rumors of different matches appearing. But we don't want to actually make those picks just in case those rumors are false. But if you want to add it, they will count as points. Go ahead.
All right. There's actually one, and I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. It's actually going to happen at SmackDown. There's going to be a match named between Cody Rhodes and Goldust, so let's just go ahead and work it in here. Cody Rhodes versus Goldust, of course, the Rhodes brothers. This is just kind of a weird matchup, because here's the thing. These two, you had Goldust come back to save his brother's career after Cody Rhodes got fired by the Authority. This was some time ago. And then that didn't pan out. And then at Night of Champions, in fact, it was the only match that saved that Night of Champions back in 2012. I believe. No, it was 2013. 2013, yes. That saved. That's the only match that saved that pay-per-view. The Rhodes brothers captured the titles from the Shield. They had a decent reign as tag team champions. Then they lost to the Middle Age Outlaws. Excuse me, the New Age Outlaws. And trust me, that was no Freudian slip, because they were talking about, by they I mean WWE was talking about Cody Rhodes and a Goldust match for WrestleMania, and they kind of set it up. We're going to have like Goldust try to eliminate his brother at last year's WrestleMania. For whatever reason, that didn't pan out. They went through a storyline where Cody was losing matches with his brother. Said he needed a new tag team partner, auditioned a few tag team partners, which didn't pan out, but said he had another guy, another partner that would be out of this universe. So he introduced the Stardust character. So they were wrestling some matches together, and just they turned heel because fuck logic. That's why. And they were supposedly heels, but then they weren't heels, and they started to get into an argument with each other. And then Stardust didn't like to be called Cody. And this recently, they brought out their dad, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, to settle the disputes there, baby. And apparently that didn't plan out. And with Stardust proclaiming Cody is dead, there is only Stardust. And it's looking like this is going to come to a head at Fastlane. I'm thinking this is going to be the precursor to a WrestleMania match. So, Dave, since I've taken the trouble to run down this huge epic story here, I'm going to go first with my picks.
Okay.
I'm thinking that they're finally going to get to a point where they have the Rhodes brothers go one-on-one at WrestleMania. I know that Goldust, it's looking like his contract as a performer is running out, and he'll go back to being like a road agent, talent agent, whatever it is he does. So I'm thinking the happy ending, at least in my opinion, what I would do to make it a happy ending is you got to have Goldust, have that final win to tip his cap. But other people are saying, you know what, you got to, Goldust's time is over. Why not, in your final match, put your little brother over. Me, I don't know if I'm a hopeless romantic or just hopeless. I'm betting on the latter more so than the former. I'm going to go with the happy ending. So for that to happen at Mania, I think you need to have Stardust win the match. So my pick will be Stardust.
All right, let me write this down. Boom, boom, Stardust. All right, and me, I'm going to say Goldust, but let me tell you why. I'm going to put on my bookie cap. I'm going to tell you why Goldust wins. No, I'm going to scratch that. Boop, boop, I'm going Stardust. I'll tell you why Stardust wins. I think Dusty Rhodes gets involved, and I said this back when they were that I think it's Stardust versus Goldust, Cody versus Dustin with Dusty Rhodes ringside, and they do a little shoot fade, and Dusty interferes and is part of it and sides with Cody. And then Dusty cuts a heel promo how Cody's his favorite son, has always been his favorite son, that, and then I would make a heel Dusty Rhodes that, and then, later that week Goldust could just be Dustin or possibly stay Goldust and say, my daddy was never there for me, Cody was always the favorite, and you can have a really strong storyline going into Mania. Instead of just two brothers fighting, have two brothers fight for a reason. And Stardust be like, I am the future of the Rhodes family. You're a bastard child. That's why Daddy never took care of you. You can see a lot of daddy issues and a lot of build-up. And it sounds very hokey and, soap opera-ish, but I think all three members of the Rhodes families are great actors and great promo cutters. I think they could pull it off in the way WWE markets it. And plus, WWE loves that soap opera hokey shit. And you could have it where the older brother never got anything and had to work on his own, and the younger brother got everything. And so you could build family drama going into a WrestleMania match, because I think if you don't have family drama, I don't think it's a WrestleMania-worthy match. And all that, but you could also have it where Stardust retires Goldust. Goldust goes out with his, it leaves so many options. If Goldust wins, it's like, oh, well, Stardust definitely has to win. You know what I mean? There's like, oh, he's the younger one. He lost. He's going to get revenge. But if Goldust loses and Stardust wins, you're like, well, who's going to do it? You know what I mean? So I think storyline-wise, drama-wise, if they're going to get a Mania match, it's got to be Stardust. What I fear, though, is that they're not going to get a Mania match, and this is it. And that would be sad for the Rhodes family. So my prediction is Stardust, just because it just leaves up more drama. What's going to happen?
All right, Dave, but with your booking cap still on,
all right.
What do you think? I want you to book this the stupidest way possible. What is the lamest, dumbest, makes nonsensical way you could book this match?
I call it the Bella Twins finish, where they hate each other, but the feud goes nowhere, and they just like each other a couple months later.
Dave, right there. That's exactly what's going to happen because it's WWE.
But no, I guess the worst, and that was the worst. You know, let's give WWE credit. They would never do something as bad as a Bella storyline. Remember there was YouTubers that said they give it time, the story will pay off? Yeah, do you think they went to their audiences admitting they were wrong?
No, those people disappeared into the bushes like Homer Simpson.
No, if you don't go as bad as the Bellas, I think Cody wins, Stardust wins, and then it's just never talked about again. And Dustin and Cody don't get their WrestleMania moment. I think that's it. All right, so Stardust is both of our picks. You can have your picks down in the comments. What's the next match?
Next match is for the WWE Tag Team Championships. You have the Usos with Naomi versus Tyson Kidd and Cesaro with Natalya. Dave, you go. Since I started the last one, you go and start this one. Tag Team Championship bout.
This is tough. This is tough, and the reason it's tough is the Usos kind of, if they win, if the Usos, I don't know, it's tough because they both have to win. Like, I could just see the Usos winning, like, oh, they're tag team and strength. But if that happens, you are totally crushing Cesaro and Kidd's mojo. I think it's a must-win for both tag teams because the Usos don't want to be the tag team that we won it, we lost it. We won it, we lost it. So the Usos will continue the we have the belts, we don't have the belts, that little shuffle. But if Cesaro and Kidd lose, they're in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and on their way. They have the they're taking the fast lane to the unemployment line. I think the Masters of the Universe have to win, or their careers are going to be way worse than they already are. I don't know. It's good because they're both have-to-wins, but I think if the Usos lose, you're like, oh, well, the Usos, they'll keep the titles that long. They'll have them again. But if the Masters of the Universe lose, they're screwed. And I love the Masters of the Universe. I love the storyline with Natalya. I think it's the best Diva storyline we've had in a while. Cesaro, Tyson Kidd. I am going to be rooting for the Masters of the Universe, but I don't know if they're going to win. But let me tell you something. If they lose, I'm going to be very heartbroken and probably not give a shit about the tag team division for a really long time. But WWE doesn't give a shit. I don't know. I'm going with my heart on this one. I'm going with my heart. They have to give it to the Masters of the Universe. I've lost pay-per-view profits going with my heart before. Booms, are you going with your heart? Or are you going to go with the sure-fired, I'm going to win odds favorite?
You know, Dave, I really wish I had your wonder, your innocence, that hope still gleaming in my eyes like it does in yours. But I'm going to go with the tag team champions, the Usos, and let me tell you why. Because Tyson Kidd and Cesaro winning the WWE Tag Team Championships would be awesome, and that's exactly why they're not going to win it, because the fans want it. Because the hardcore, the fucking IWC, or whatever the fuck you call them, the goddamn internet nerds, the Philadelphia crowd, they want to see those belts on Tyson Kidd and Cesaro.
The Chicago crowd, the New York City crowd, the Brooklyn crowd, the New Jersey crowd, the UK crowd. Yeah, that small audience portion of the Japan crowd, you know, pretty much everywhere, every city is a small portion except San Antonio. San Antonio, they're like, no, that's what the nation wants. Of course, that's what they want.
And plus, you know. And with that being the case, that's why I'm thinking they're going to keep the belts on the Usos, because I think they want to punish the fans. And remember, there was a fan that hacked in allegedly to Cesaro's Twitter page and put all kinds, just basically unleashed a little bit of a diatribe there. And I'm thinking WWE, to kind of get back at that fan, to get back at the people that are giving them so much grief right now. I think they'll keep the belts on the Usos just to really for no other reason than to stick it to the fans, because they've made it abundantly clear that they don't care about us. They don't care what we think. And you know what? You know, I think for them, the Usos keeping the belts is going to be best for business.
Well, and the funny thing about that is, I honestly think it wasn't a hack. I think they just tried to get away from Penisgate. Try to get the ideas off it. But I don't know. Like, I wonder how far. I wonder.
You paired
The
off those new
thing,
photos of Seth Rollins. My only question is, sir, did you get them laminated?
the, the thing that cracks me up about this is, like, how far are they willing to go? Like, if we stop watching and watch New Japan, are they just gonna come to our house and piss on us? I mean, how far are they gonna go just to fucking make sure that we're fucking miserable? And the best part is, well, the worst part / best part for them is, there are people that will blindly defend it. They'll be like, "Oh, fuck you! Fans don't know what they want. WWE is amazing. They make the most money. They're the best." And then you look them straight in the fucking eye and say, "Is the product good?" And they're like, "Of course not." I'm like, why? Why go out of your way to defend it? Why? You know what?
The thing that bothers me the most with WWE is not necessarily what they're doing; it's how the fans are reacting to it. Is really what bothers me. Is ratings? Yeah, they did go down a little bit. They hit right around a 3.0. Why are these? Why are these? I understand that Raw's the flagship show and it's on a major network that every basic cable provider, gives to every customer. But why aren't their ratings dipping to like a 1? How come there aren't just 7 people subscribed to the WWE network? I mean, I think what just pisses me off the most is they do they're in fucking cruise control. They know they don't have to try. They know, that the matter they make us, somehow it makes them more money, and it just pisses me off to.
They're just very good at spinning stuff. They're really good at spinning stuff. They're a great propaganda and marketing media company, and they're just amazing at what they do. But yeah, and it's funny too, because people will be like, "Oh man, we love New Japan, we love NXT, cover more indies, cover ROH." When we do, we lose subscribers, and no one shows up. But we do Monday Night Raw, everyone gets huge numbers, for us at least. We're just comparing our stats, and I don't know. It is confusing, but you know what? I'm gonna make a prediction here. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna make a prediction. This is a prediction show. I think we're gonna be pleasantly surprised. I think Fastlane is gonna surprise us. I think Fastlane is gonna be a decent show.
Well, I think they want to do something decent because they don't want to get embarrassed by the NXT guys.
Yeah, it's just, man, NXT is awesome. We'll be doing an NXT review later. Frenielli says, "Hello guys, how are you?" Just doing the podcast thing. Thank you for asking. Nice shirt. You could be like Frenielli and be as sexy as him with a Coco Sports Internet Infantry shirt if you go to cocosports.net and buy the shirt. Yeah, people on Monday Night Raw were pissed that I didn't promote our blog and our shirt more. What an audience we have. They're like, "You don't promote your shit enough." All right. cocosports.net.
Well, and people are like, "Well, why should I buy a shirt?" Well, the bulk of that money goes to pay for the shirt and the shipping. We ship it right to you. And plus, if you buy a shirt, we'll do a special show just for you.
So, thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go with wild prediction. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm depressed and I need it. I think Fastlane's going to be a surprise for everybody. I think it might be a good show. And it would be nice because, today's WWE audience, they're like, "You've got to be positive about everything." It would be nice to have genuine joy after a pay-per-view. It would. It would be nice. I don't know if it's going to happen, but a boy can pray. Boom's next match.
Next match, this is another championship match here. This is it's for the Intercontinental Championship. You have the reigning defending champion, Bad News Barrett, versus the challenger Dean Ambrose. Looking at this, this is why I kind of hate this pay-per-view. I feel like this pay-per-view doesn't count. That if they're going to do something big, why do it? Waste it now. I can imagine them trying to do something halfway big because the free subscriptions in February are running out, and they definitely want to make sure everybody forgets about that, and so that way they have to keep they forget to cancel the free subscription, or they type in their credit card information, and they have all the subscribers go into WrestleMania.
That is a good point. They might just really give us a really good pay-per-view. I don't know. Like, it's cooking up. Everything sucks. Free subscriptions, NXT, Mania. I mean, 1 + 1 = Thomas Jefferson, sucker. I think this is going to be a good pay-per-view. I'm putting the pieces together. I have it. I believe. Do not buy the pay-per-view on my behalf of believing, because I've been wrong when WWE is supposed to be good. But I have a feeling. I have a feeling.
We actually have pride in what we do, and we actually care. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the champion, Bad News Barrett, to retain. I think there's going to be shenanigans in this match. Dean Ambrose will come within an eyelash of winning the Intercontinental Championship, which will lead to a bigger match, maybe something like a ladder match or a no disqualification match or a cage match, just something to kind of up the ante for the Intercontinental Championship, and that'll take place at Mania. And if that's the case, you gotta have the champion retain for there to be a story. And unfortunately, I kind of feel either way around. Dean Ambrose loses no matter what. I mean, he can either lose the match, or he basically gets what I refer to in my generation as a pity fuck. And that pity fuck is the Intercontinental Championship. It's like, oh wow, you just gave me, I'm the hottest I've ever been. Here's the Intercontinental Championship. Wow, you also gave me a balloon and a hamburger. That's great.
This is tough. I think this is the toughest one to predict. I really do think it's the toughest one, because there's a selling point to both guys winning. You got Barrett, the UK audience, going into WrestleMania. You can go worldwide. You got Dean Ambrose, because if you have Dean Ambrose is one of the top-selling merchandise guys, hence why he's not winning. Yeah, the game's not rigged. But Dean Ambrose is one of the top-selling merchandise guys, and if he has the Intercontinental title and his popularity, that brings credibility to the title, you know? And John Cena will most likely be going for the U.S. title, so it seems like that they're striving to make these titles mean something. I could see both of them having a reason to win business-wise. I'm going to go Dean Ambrose just to go opposite, but for the record, I think this is the hardest match to call. I think on the whole thing, this is the hardest match to call. I'm going Dean Ambrose.
All right, awesome. Interested to see how that one plays out. Next, there's another championship match. Actually, Dave, when you look at it, I mean, this pay-per-view should be important because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 championship matches on it, and one that's going to determine the main event at WrestleMania. So this one should, be a big deal, but it just doesn't feel like it. But this next match is for the WWE Divas title. You have the champion Nikki Bella with her sister, defending the title against Paige. Dave.
Now this is it. Does talent, popularity, wrestling ability, stardom in the UK, is that more important than Cena's cockwarmer? That's what we're really debating. Is a talented wrestler more important than Cena's cockwarmer?
Ugh. I mean, this is a tough one, but I don't think they're not going to have, they're not going to go the whole pay-per-view, I just said, 4 championship matches and not have a title change hands? That would be fucking ridiculous. Now, granted, that would be up WWE's alley, but I'm thinking I'm going to go with Paige. I just think it's time. I don't think Nikki Bella is panning out as the champion. I think Paige is a much better wrestler, but they're both on Total Divas, and why not, cook up something there for some more manufactured drama for the show. So why not? So for no other reason than just because, fuck it, why not? I'm going with Paige.
Not so fast, my fellow friends. Did you not hear John Cena's cockwarmer? Did you not hear that? I'm going to go with Nikki Bella. I just can't picture John Cena's cockwarmer not doing anything at Mania. Yeah, she's going in as champion. I want to be wrong, but I already went with my heart earlier in the card. I have to go with, John Cena's cock on this one. That's it. Your winner, John Cena's cock warmer, Nikki Bella. Because, hey, give it time. It's going somewhere. Excuse me, did it go anywhere?
I also think it's time to change because I mean, I think it's just a better storyline. I mean, she's been picked on, a 2-on-1 situation. I mean, she's been hit with, the tanning spray.
I understand. Yeah, naked. I understand what you're saying. I completely understand what you're saying, and you have all the right points. You are completely 100% accurate. But I only got 3 words for you. John Cena's cock warmer, and I think that's 4, but we're going to combine cock warmer. It's actually a brand. Buy your cock warmer now. It's just 1 word, so that joke makes sense. No.
All right.
John Cena's cock warmer. There you go.
All right. Next we have this is a belt for the United States Championship. It is Rusev, the champion, defending against the old man. I mean, the man who's he's been doing it for, God, man, what better part of about a decade now? Whew, I mean, he's an old man, he's middle-aged and crazy. He's fallen on some hard times, but, I think he's got one last good run in him, at that ripe old age of 37. We're talking about John Cena. Whew, I don't know, man. Is he going to be able to wrestle in Depends diapers, because he's the old guy, remember?
Oh my God! You know what? I know it's fun to make fun of John Cena, but I predicted this 12 months ago. I predicted this storyline 12 months ago.
Actually, yeah, he did.
And let me tell you something. I enjoy it. I really do. Out of John Cena shit, this is the best stuff he's ever done. With that said, if Rusev doesn't win this, and then John Cena gets his revenge at WrestleMania, there's no fucking hope for this motherfucker. None. John Cena has to fucking lose. I mean, he can get his win back at WrestleMania, but if John Cena beats Rusev the first time out, I don't know. Like, even the biggest John Cena defenders can't defend that shit. They can't. I'm emotionally fucking breaking down. There's no fucking way. No fucking way. Alright, so here we go. I'm picking Rusev, but there's just... You know what? I don't even know what to say. If John Cena beats Rusev at Fastlane and not at Mania, I don't even know what to say. I don't... Like, there's not... We can't say enough words. We just can't say enough words. We can't be that bitter. All right. I'm going.
Dave, I know I'm going to regret my pick, and that is I'm picking Rusev, because to me, I'm thinking in my logical mind that it makes the most sense. I mean, what would create the most drama is John Cena doesn't need the U.S. title. You need to, if you're going to get the belt, why not put somebody else over? But then again, this is WWE, because remember, Super Cena, if he's not going to be in the main event picture, he's going to be making somebody else's life miserable. So I thought about, well, maybe, logically, you have Rusev win at Fastlane, retains his title, and this sets up an issue where it's not about titles, it's about pride, it's about defending the honor of the United States of America, and even like your idea about bringing out maybe some of the old Russian guys like Nikita Volkov. Then you could have John Cena come out with like Sergeant Slaughter, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, maybe put a call into Putin's people and see if Vladimir Putin can make the pay-per-view. If not, we can substitute Dolph Lundgren because he played a Russian one time.
All I know is WWE loves the celebrities, the media outlets. How fucking much media? And I'm serious. Like, if they legit could get Putin to be in Rusev's corner, like, how much legit worldwide media would WWE get? I know it sounds crazy, but they had Bill Clinton before.
That was an impersonator.
Yeah, like, not impersonator, but like the real fucking dude.
Well, yeah.
Bill Clinton's been seen at WWE events. But
Dave, I would love for this to happen too, and it would be all kinds of great press. And I think even just inviting him would get a lot of press, but I don't think it would actually happen, not because I don't think Putin would accept. I mean, he's kind of an eccentric guy, so I think he might
I can see Putin accepting. Like, I'm being a little sarcastic here. I have a business in Russian. I love my Russian friends, but I'm being a little sarcastic for the sake of humor. I can see Putin saying, "I'll only show up if I don't have to wear a shirt." That's how I can see Putin. Like, if I can go shirtless, I'm there. But yeah, that would actually
probably let him. I mean, hell, it's the one place where it'd be socially acceptable for that to happen.
It's true.
But two, I don't even, and this is where I'm putting way too much thought in. I'm sitting there thinking, God, this would be a logistic nightmare. There'd be like security issues. I'm just like,
and not only that, but they also had that problem at WrestleMania with Sergeant Slaughter. Remember Sergeant Slaughter pretended to be an Iraq traitor or something? Yeah. And they switched arenas. Now, a lot of people, investigative reporters and conspiracy theorists alike, say the reason they switched wasn't because of threats. They weren't selling enough tickets. But I don't know how true that is. But either way, that's how they sold it. Now, it's not like a McMahon would do something horrible and spin it into something good. It's never. All right, let's head to the next match. When we start talking Putin showing up at WrestleMania, I think we've jumped the shark.
Yes, we definitely have. And then here we go, and this is going to be the main event. It's going to be Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. With the winner is going to get a title shot at WrestleMania. Dave, I've got an idea of what's going to happen, but Dave, I want you to take the lead on this one.
You know what? This is going to be completely fucking sad and depressing. If Daniel Bryan's not going to win the title, and most likely he's not going to win the title, let's just get this fucking over with. You know what I mean? Let's just, if Roman Reigns is your guy and he's going to beat Brock Lesnar, there's rumors that there'll be a screw job and a three-way and all that fun fucking horse shit. You with me on this one? But if Daniel Bryan doesn't have a chance, just stop fucking with us. Just have Roman Reigns win. I know it's like, oh, it's drama. Keep your guy into it. You know what? I don't have the effort anymore. I don't. I just want, let's fuck this WrestleMania. Fuck it right in its WrestleMania asshole. Let's skip WrestleMania this year and fucking just focus on making next year's Royal Rumble someone worthy of it. I believe in Wrestle Rantin', I'm going to plug this thing. Wrestle Rantin' did a show of the Civil War about pro wrestling fans. Really good podcast. One of his best ones ever. It's up on cocosports.net. You can also check it on Wrestle Rantin's thing. But I think there's a pro wrestling fan, sports entertainment fan. Sports entertainment fans will defend WWE no matter what. Pro wrestling fans only want good pro wrestling. And people are like, well, they fucking complain about everything. They don't know what they want. And then I'm like, no, it's bullshit. You know what the fuck they want. You just fucking know WWE's not going to give it to them. Like, what do they want? It's a Royal Rumble. Rey Mysterio's number 30, and everyone's booing like crazy, chanting, yes, Daniel Bryan and refund. I don't know what they want. Can you figure that out, Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo, can you get to the bottom of that? Conan the Detective, can you figure out what they want? I don't know. At this year's Royal Rumble, Daniel Bryan gets eliminated. Booed. Dean Ambrose gets eliminated. Booed. Dolph Ziggler gets eliminated. Boo. Rusev is a huge heel. He's underneath the ring, and they're chanting for him. Roman Reigns wins. The Rock comes out. Booed. I can't figure this out. What do the fans want? The fans don't know what they want. What could it be? You know what, Vince? Just get it over with and have Roman Reigns win. My pick is Roman Reigns wins. That's my pick, but you know what? I honestly think it'll be some screw job, whackity-doo finish. Oh, there's a three-way now, so you can buy your $9.99 network and buy the pay-per-view. Fuck you. Fuck you. Your product sucks. And you know what? Don't tease like your product's good. Don't. Do us a favor and be like, you know what? Our product fucking sucks. Fuck you. We went with it. You're already telling us to fuck off, so you might as well go all the way. Because you know what I'm getting tired of? Was the Daniel Bryan thing a great experience? Without a doubt. But you know what? I watch pro wrestling to be entertained. I watch pro wrestling to be enjoyable. I don't want to fucking be like Occupy fucking WWE every goddamn fucking year. It was cute. We had our fun, but I got shit to do. And this is a guy who literally talked 6+ hours about pro wrestling in the last 24 hours. I just got shit to do. I don't fucking care that much. I'm sorry. I don't want to put effort into it. It's like I don't want to go to Buck's training camp and fucking sit on the goddamn sideline and say start Doug Flutie. Okay, none of that is factual, but you know the fucking point. No. You either say, fuck you, we're doing it our way, or, you know what, we're actually going to fucking find a middle ground where sports entertainment and pro wrestling could be successful. But this whole, we're going to fuck with the wrestling fans, fuck the wrestling fans, they like wrestling, fucking morons. Oh, you're going to complain. Oh, fuck you. I'm just fucking tired. Fuck us, or don't. But don't fucking tease us like fucking we have an opportunity here. Fuck you, you pieces of shit. Give it to fucking Roman Reigns. You've given him everything else. Give him everything. You fucking cockhammers.
You know, when I look at this, I mean, this is exactly what's wrong with WWE. I mean, a year ago, I mean, people would have, like, salivated over this. I mean, can you imagine that? Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns with the title, with the winner getting the title shot at WrestleMania? I mean, my God, people would have lost their shit. Why? Because Daniel Bryan was cool. Roman Reigns was cool. And now they said, oh, man, we like this Roman Reigns, guys. Let's make him cool. Let's put our, seal of approval on him. And they said, well, who's the last cool guy that we had that's, like, really awesome? And they're like, John Cena. Oh, well, it worked with him. Notice how I'm using sarcasm here. It'll totally work with Roman Reigns. And people just completely, it was just a backlash, because when your parents think it's cool, then you don't think it's cool. So it's like the same concept. I mean, it doesn't matter how old or how young you are. If your parents are listening to the same CDs you are, suddenly it's not so cool. That controversial, movie or whatever you're not supposed to watch, if your parents want to sit down and watch it with you, then suddenly it's not so cool to watch. Same concept. I think the reason why they're doing this is because, believe it or not, Dave, I actually believe WWE somewhat, and I do stress somewhat, learned their lesson at last year's Royal Rumble. Because when they had Batista win it, they were like, yeah, they'll love it. And they lied so much to Batista. Said, oh yeah, they'll look at you back with open arms, And they
I hate Dave Batista, the wrestler. The person, he's a pretty decent person, for the best of my knowledge. But the wrestler, I fucking despise. And even with me despising Dave Batista, I felt bad.
And you kind of find out about how much they lied to him, and even he protested a little bit about it. And it was like, no, trust us, this will work out. And the fans rebelled. And they were going to stick with that until they kind of realized, oh, crap, how bad is it going to look if we don't sell out the Superdome, if we've got a lot of empty seats? So they gave us Daniel Bryan. Well, this year, I think...
And not even that, because, the advantage WrestleMania has is they sell out way in advance, and if you want to go, you just got to hope that it's a good pay-per-view. Like, a lot of people are like, well, they sold tickets. Yeah, it's WrestleMania. They're going to sell out fucking no matter what. They sell out in minutes. So that has nothing to do with booking, and by then you have to pray. But all these passionate fans pay money way in advance to get these tickets. They're the real wrestling fans, and they're going to be like, we're going to shit on it, and they don't want to have WrestleMania end with John Cena fucking posing with a belt and Detroit emptying out, and them have to actually turn up the music that is fucking distorting the fucking music itself. But yeah, I mean, do you think they make another? Basically, do they make another save, or do they just fuck us to get it over with?
I think they're just going to fuck us and get it over with, and this leads to my prediction. I'm going to go with Roman Reigns, because here's why. The mistakes they tried to correct from last year was they actually put Daniel Bryan in the Royal Rumble, for one. But here's the twist. They had Daniel Bryan eliminated relatively early in that match. That match. Because they were trying to do this. They did this with I'm going way back here. Bobby Lashley at the December to Dismember pay-per-view that ECW did back in December of '06. It was either '06 or '07. I was in college at the time. And the whole idea was you take people like CM Punk and Rob Van Dam, who were probably in that match, and you had them quickly eliminated so that they would be forced to cheer for the good guy that they were trying to get over. Same concept. They had Daniel Bryan eliminated relatively early, and then they had, Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt and Dolph Ziggler just thrown over the rope like a sack of potatoes just because they wanted to make them look weak, so that way now you're forced to cheer for him when you have to. He's the only good guy left. And I think what they're doing now is they're realizing, okay, there's this big backlash, so what they're going to have to do is they need to get the seal of approval. I don't think they're going to want to end WrestleMania on a gimmick match. Not again. I think they want one-on-one. And the best way they're going to do that, at least in their eyes, is Roman Reigns needs to get the seal of approval from Daniel Bryan. So the best way I can see that happen is they have like this match. The Authority comes down because fuck it, why not? To interfere. They both fight him off or whatever. And they carry on with the match, and then Roman Reigns wins, but he goes like over to Daniel Bryan like, wow, this is an amazing match. Actually no, the Authority can come out then and interfere, and they both have to fight off the Authority. And then Daniel Bryan, shakes Roman Reigns' hand, then raises it, and points to him, like, yes, he's totally got my seal of approval. You don't have to boo him. This is great. I'll settle my dispute with the Authority in the ring at WrestleMania. Gosh darn it! But so just cheer for this guy as he goes on to take on Brock Lesnar. Yay! That's what I think's gonna happen.
Dude, if that happens, I'm just gonna fucking be laughing my ass off. I'm not even gonna be angry. I'm just gonna be like, how fucking pathetic is this? Like, I'm just gonna fucking laugh my ass off. All right, and also let's not forget Sting and Triple H have their dinner date together. I have 3 tiebreakers. I got 3 tiebreakers.
Can we just not get this over with within like the first 10 minutes of the pay-per-view? It's either, hey, I'm going to challenge you to a match at WrestleMania. Well, I accept. Okay, good. It's on. There we go. Now on with the pay-per-view.
All right, is that the last match they have listed? Because I think there's a lot more rumored. Listen, if it's a rumored match, this is what we're going to do. You can just put in your picks of the rumored matches, and me and Boom Boom will add it too. You have up until the pre-show starts. I got 3 tiebreakers. Can I run with the ball here on tiebreakers? All right. Seth Rollins cashes in. Yes or no? Because there's a little part of me, and I'm going to pitch for why yes. There's a little part of me that thinks Brock and Seth have been kind of going back and forth backstage, future, not future. And I think Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman, I think sells a lot of pay-per-views. With that said, that's my pitch for yes. I say no. Oh wait, actually he can't cash in. This is the worst fucking. Yeah, never mind. That's the worst one. All right, you come up with a 3rd tiebreaker then. I'm retarded. I forgot that Brock Lesnar's champion. I thought they already gave the title to Roman Reigns. Orton. Everyone says he's going to return every fucking pay-per-view and every Raw. And we've been hearing it forever. Orton's going to return. Orton's going to return. Orton's going to return. Does Orton return? I say yes.
Ooh. Just for the sake of being different, I base this off no facts whatsoever. I'm going to say no.
All right. And he's also rumored to have a match. So that's that. Who knows what the rumors are. Brock Lesnar, does he make an appearance?
I'm going to say yes, but it's going to be at the very end. Now, you just said an appearance, right?
Yeah, appearance, live appearance. Because, obviously he'll be in promo package. Will he make a live appearance? Because sometimes these.
Yes, because I think what he'll do is he'll walk out on the rampway. Whoever wins the Roman Reigns Daniel Bryan match is that as soon whoever wins that, whoever wins that, let's just face it, Roman Reigns is going to win. He's going to point to the sign at WrestleMania. It's going to spontaneously combust. Then Lesnar's music's going to hit, and then he's going to walk out on the rampway with Paul Heyman. He's going to stare at Roman Reigns from a distance and kind of smirk at him, and then that'll be the end of the pay-per-view.
That's a possibility. But also, if they're going to go the three-way route, there's also a possibility that Brock Lesnar runs in and beats the fuck out of both of them to get him DQ'd. I'm going to say no. Brock Lesnar's like, fuck that shit. I'm training for the UFC. But I could see different, places where it could. All right, last tiebreaker.
Okay.
That's you. I fucked up my first tiebreaker.
Okay, last tiebreaker is the WWE Divas title match. I'm going to set the over-under at 4 minutes. Does it go? It's very simple. You take the over, you take the under. Does the WWE Divas title match go over or under 4 minutes?
Now, with these 4 minutes, it's actual in-ring time, not entrances, not promos.
Not entrances. Once the referee goes, okay, this is for a title, ding, ding, from that point on, they have 4 minutes. Do they go under, do they complete that match under that time or over that time?
All right, you go first, because I am very mixed feelings.
I'm going to say over, because I think they're going to finish it roughly, I'm going to take a wild guess here, 4 minutes, 36 seconds. Why? Because that number just popped in my head, that's why.
All I know is, that's amazing that you went that far predicting. If that's the exact time, everyone has to give Boom Boom mad props, or he works with WWE Creative. You're like, what was it, 4 minutes and 36 seconds? I'm actually going to write that down. If you get the exact time, sir, I will buy you a Japanese snack and send it to you. Just because that would be absolutely amazing. Tiebreak. So if the tiebreaker of the tiebreaker is you got to get the exact time. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 4 minutes is a long time on a pay-per-view with Divas, and it's in ring. Oh man, I'm gonna say yes. And you know what? They might actually. It would be stupid and no one would give a shit, but they might bring back the Bellas fucking fighting. Like, I was waiting for my perfect time for revenge. Oh, God, do I fucking hate the Bellas. I'm going to say yes, but it's gonna. But I want it to be known. You want exact time, 4 minutes and 36 seconds. I want to go a step farther and say, yes, I don't know the exact time, but whatever the time is, it will be the longest 4 minutes of my fucking life. I have been waterboarded, I have been tortured, I have fucking done a lot of stuff in the name of training, and there's when you get to a certain level of swimming, they drown you. They're like, all right, we're going to drown you and revive you, just so you get used to drowning. Those moments where I'm drowning and you see that last big bubble, bloop, and you lose consciousness, that will be shorter than this match. It will be the shortest. Now we have a new special co-host who was on Raw and jumping in. We'll get his picks real fast. T-Sean, welcome to Wrestle AM. And Boom Boom, meet T-Sean. T-Sean, meet Boom Boom. Now you guys can feud for my love. Will my new co-host make my old co-host jealous? Oh, baby, I do love presents.
Well, Dave, I can say this for certain. We'll never wife swap because my wife will take one look at you and be like, no. And then your wife will take one look and be like, oh, hell no. And then they'll just go like totally dyke out with each other because we're ugly.
Yeah, we're not very attractive. T-Sean, this is Pay-Per-View Profits where we make predictions. Do you want to join us and give your predictions real quick? We can't have a 6-hour show like yesterday.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
No, just making sure everything is all good. Boo Boo, Bobo, that's the name?
Yeah, Boo Boom's his name.
Okay, just making sure that I know my enemy very well. But,
I do accept Reese's peanut butter cups as bribes.
Okay. But yes. But I'll try to not make this a very entertaining 6-hour show as we've been doing, before, and the wee couple of days have passed. But Now back to these. What am I doing now? The predictions.
Predictions. I will read our predictions, and then you just give yours, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. All right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because Boom Boom has one of those things called a job, a life, responsibilities, breathing. He's not too fond of the 6-hour let's answer every comment shows. I mean, can you believe he takes a career over podcasting?
How dare you, Boo Boo.
All right, the first one we have Stardust versus Goldust. Me and Booms both pick Stardust. Who do you think's winning that match?
I hate putting these brothers against each other, but Stardust versus Goldust. It'll be obvious that it's going to be Stardust.
All right, so across the board, he won the Triforce. He got all 3 picks. Go on. Are you there?
What do we have next?
Okay, next we have the Usos versus the Masters of the Universe. Boom Boom went with his brain and said WWE fucking hates us, so he's going to let the Usos win. I went with my heart, and I begged the mighty machine that is the WWE, the Masters of the Universe. This is the tag team title match. You have the Usos versus the Masters of the Universe, which is Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. So you will be the deciding factor as far as hosts go. Who do you think's going to go?
Of course, Masters of the Universe will become WWE Tag Team Champions at Fastlane. I called it.
All right.
The Usos will go on WrestleMania to regain that title and glorious of their father Hall of Fame run as well.
All right. So we got 2 out of 3. All right, next, we're split on this one, too. It's the title, and I think out of all the matches, I think Boom Boom agrees that this is the hardest one to predict. We got Bad News Barrett versus Dean Ambrose. Boom Boom picked Bad News Barrett. I picked Dean Ambrose, but I think we could both agree this match could go either way. And I think he's gone.
Yep, we just lost him.
All right, well, Boom Boom, be honest. Did you just kick him out? Did you use your ninja magic, fly to Tokyo, see the sound booth, and be like, all right, no more T-Shawn? All right. T-Shawn, we got 2 of your picks. We'll leave the rest of the picks in the comments. Let's move on. Boom Boom picks Paige. I picked Nikki Bella. We both picked Rusev to beat Cena. Dude, can you imagine when Cena beats him? That's going to be crazy.
Well, I'm thinking, Rusev winning would be the right thing to do, but remember what they did with Bray Wyatt versus Cena.
And we both picked Roman Reigns because, if you're going to fuck us, let's get it over and done with. Tiebreakers. We got Orton appearing. Boom Boom says no. I say yes. Brock Lesnar appearing. Boom Boom says yes. I say no. Tiebreaker. 4 minutes. Will the Divas match be over 4 minutes or under 4 minutes? Not counting promos, not counting entrances. Actual in-ring work. Boom Boom says yes, and then has the balls to say 4 minutes and 36 seconds. And I say yes, but it will be the longest 4 minutes of my life. All right, let's check out live comments. Booms, plug the blog, and I think we're going to wrap this bad boy up.
T-Shawn's back. But, in fact, you know what, T-Shawn's back real quick, sir. We're going to get you really quickly. We're going to try to get your picks in. Next is the Intercontinental Championship, Bad News Barrett versus Dean Ambrose. Who you have, sir?
Okay. Yeah, now, I don't know what happened. I think it's conspiracy theories going on around here.
Hell with it. Who cares?
Boom's doing it. He's the one. He's hating on me now. But, Dean Ambrose, Bad News Barrett, I'm going with Bad News Barrett for Dean Ambrose comeback.
All right. Next here, this is another title match. It's for the WWE Divas titles. The champion, Nikki Bella, defending against Paige. Your pick, sir.
Nobody cares. Shit. Give it to Paige. Hell.
Paige, okay. Next is for the U.S. title. Rusev versus Cena. Who's walking out champion?
Man, this is one that everybody, you hate it on both sides. Shit. DQ. No DQ.
All right, so did you say DQ?
Oh yeah, DQ. I'm gonna go with a DQ, and Rusev disqualifies himself. So he carry this bullshit on.
So Cena wins by DQ.
Yeah.
All right. And the main event is Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. We think that we both agree that they're just gonna fuck us. So let's get it out of the way. Roman Reigns wins.
Hopefully.
So you think Roman Reigns is gonna win too?
Yeah, I'd rather it be Roman Reigns. I'd rather that, you know.
All right, and then tiebreakers. This is tiebreakers. Ready? Orton shows up. Yes or no?
Of course, Steph needs somebody. Of course.
All right. Brock Lesnar shows up for a live appearance, not video package, but actual live appearance. Yes or no?
You have to have Brock Lesnar there.
All right.
Yes.
The last tiebreaker before we go to live comments and wrap this bad boy up. The Divas match. Does it go over 4 minutes or under? Yes for over, no for under. Does the Divas match, not counting promos, not counting entrances, in ring work, does the match go over 4 minutes?
Yes.
All right, so there
you go. I'm counting 6 minutes. 6 minutes, guys. I'm gonna go with
6 minutes.
Yeah.
Boom Boom went down to the second. He says 4 minutes and 36 seconds. If he's right, I think we should give him a lottery ticket or something. All right, let's do some live comments and wrap this bad boy up. There will be an NXT review later. There will also be a Lucha Underground review later. All right, let's do this. Carlos Javier retweeted us on Twitter. Appreciate it. Much love. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. On Facebook, people are leaving their pics. Your pics don't count unless they're in the YouTube comments. Sorry, Facebook. The first pay-per-view profit of 2015 says, I am Mike Ashman. NXT legit put on their best episode, real hard to compare rivals, almost, if not, did not get out in-ring and creative-wise. So basically it says NXT beat fucking out everything. And I agree with that. Fastlane is legit the answer to all the hype. Fastlane determines how good or just how terrible Mania is being set up to be. And yeah, we'll know a lot more about Mania after this pay-per-view. Kev K. Esco, good to hear you guys on the podcast together tonight. Just have to say, I really would like Rollins versus Orton on this pay-per-view or booked for Mania. I went back and watched that Monday Night Raw, and I was kind of hyped about it. Also, I was ultra hyped up to see Rhino on NXT. You can't see Reigns spearing anyone anymore. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Roman Reigns is still going to use the spear. I mean, that you take away Roman Reigns' spear, he is John Cena.
You've taken away 50% of his offense at that point.
Yeah. But no, I was excited. There will be an NXT review within the next 24 hours, and Boom Boom is now our official SmackDown guy. There's nothing wrong with SmackDown being sent to the B show.
No, SmackDown's been pretty good lately. I mean, it's been a pretty good, decent show lately. So I mean, even the tag team turmoil
was really cool. Yeah. All right. So I think that's it. So we're ready to wrap up. T-Sean, thank you for jumping on last second. Is there anything you want to promote or say before we wrap this up?
Look, everybody, it's short, it's sweet, it's simple. T-Sean the One on Twitter and Facebook. Hashtag Wrestle Talk Media on Facebook.
All right. Thank you. And Boom Boom, thank you for coming back. Like I said, there'll be an NXT review. There will be a Lucha Underground review. Boom Boom will be doing a SmackDown review if everything goes right. And check out cocosports.net. Buy a T-shirt. Booms, the stage is yours to wrap up the show before I give the famous line.
I will say, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check us out at cocosports.com. That's KOCOsports.com. It's your home for all combat sports. That includes boxing, mixed martial arts, pro wrestling, amateur wrestling, sumo wrestling, taekwondo, kickboxing, judo. If you can get your nose broke doing it, we got you covered there on the site. We also have our very popular video on demand section as well as our news and gossip. Always the latest, always on time, available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the best part is it's absolutely 100% free. It's CocoSports.com. It's where the world goes to kick ass.
And speaking of CocoSports.net, Jerry O'Neill has a huge story up. I just read the headline, so I didn't hear about this all day, so this might be breaking news here. I'll just read the headline, and maybe I'll put a link down in a doobly-doo, maybe do a separate show later. But Jerry O'Neill on CocoSports.net is reporting WWE Champion Brock Lesnar may be passing on a deal with UFC due to concussion concerns. And me and T-Sean were new at this, but Boom Boom knows how much concussions have changed my life for the worse. I hate to be that guy, but yeah, there's times where I'll go to read a comment and my eyes and mouth don't match up, and I'll stumble, and also the headaches, the loss of memory. I used to be in television and radio, and I'm thankful for Boom Boom. T-Sean's new to the team, so I don't want to downplay T-Sean, but I'm thankful for my co-host because there are times where I'll forget stuff in mid-sentence, and they'll help me. This is the example I use all the time. It's just imagine having the worst hangover of your life at any time you get too much sleep or not enough sleep. Concussion problems, you have to worry about your sleep. If I sleep too little, I have the worst hangover ever. If I sleep too much, I have the worst hangover ever. And you just memorizing stuff, knowing names. Like T-Sean hosted the show on Monday Night Raw. I know a little bit about T-Sean, but I had to actually type his name in so that when I went to call for him, I wouldn't remember. And sometimes, I'll wake up and ask my wife why we're in Japan. I'll be with my son and call him my little brother, and he'll be like, "I'm not Uncle Pete, it's me, Max." And concussions really add up. Don't fuck with them. I was in the Marine Corps. I did a lot of fighting, and I was just like, "Oh fuck it, it's a concussion. It's a concussion." And it's one of those things. When you're young, you're invincible. You don't worry about concussions. But if anyone's seen old boxers shake, that happens too. You shake a lot. You twitch a lot. It's nothing to fuck with. I take concussions are really close to my heart, and just because it's taken so much away from me. Concussions have taken away a broadcast career. Concussions have taken away a teaching career, and it's really bad. And here's the perfect example. This was the moment where I knew fucking concussions fucked over my life. Tokyo is a really big city. And one time I was like, "Oh, let's just go, me and you." And my son's like, "No, I don't want to go." And he was legit scared. And I was like, "What do you mean you don't want to go? It's just around the corner." He's like, "No, let's wait for Mom." And he was scared. And I was like, "Why are you scared, And he's like, "Dad, we'll get lost." He's like, "You'll start walking in Tokyo and not know where you're going." And that's when I was like, you know what? Fuck that, dude. No matter how much money, awards you've got, no matter what sport you played, that moment is not worth anything. So hopefully maybe this means Brock Lesnar will be in WWE a lot more. Obviously his schedule is a lot more on concussions. But when it comes to concussions, when I was younger, I'd be like, fuck concussions. Do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, when I can't fucking get up out of bed because I fucking got such a killer headache or can't remember people's names or details, it's just not worth it. So that's huge news because, and granted, this might be one of those fucking, let's just put feelers out there because, Brock Lesnar is trying to renegotiate with WWE. But if it's legit and he has concussion problems, please watch out for yourself, Brock. Brock, you made a lot of money. You're good. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't mean to get all serious on you on that one, but concussions are something that's really close to my heart. A lot of veterans have concussion problems, and it never comes through. But, yep, once again, the headline, WWE Champion Brock Lesnar may be passing on a deal with UFC to concussion concerns. You can check it out on CocoSports.net. Jerry, thank you for working so hard on the blog. All right, we're going to wrap this up. T-Sean, thank you for being a part of it. You're like, wow, WWE Fastlane preview. Thanks for making me sad. Boom Boom, thank you as always. Listen, gentlemen, I can love both of you the same amount. Let's not start a feud. But seriously, if you could send me Reese's peanut butter cups, I would love you more than the other one. I love me some Reese's peanut butter cups. They don't. It's hard to find in
I'm
Japan.
sorry, I would eat some Reese's peanut butter cups.
Maybe that's what we should do. Like, you know, like, oh, you're the new guy on the team. Well, coach says you got to get them peanut butter cups to be part of the team.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like, what did I get myself into? Anyway, thank you both, gentlemen. Also, like, comment, subscribe. We try to do at least one show a day. Within 24 hours, I plan on doing a Lucha Underground review and an NXT review. And Boom Boom, hopefully, Booms, you're still on? I always say Boom Boom's going to do it, and then I'm like, I never ask him. I'm like, Boom Boom's going to juggle chainsaws. You cool with that, Boom Boom? Boom Boom will be doing a SmackDown review within 24 to 48 hours.
Well, hell, you made them having me and Boom Boom, you know, tag teaming for the SmackDown situation. I mean, I wouldn't mind joining them, helping out on that, you know.
All right. Well, we'll talk air off that. We'll talk off air about that, just because, you know, we really need to talk peanut butter cups. But yeah, we'll definitely be doing more shows. T-Sean, Wrestling Ranted, American a la carte, Boom Boom, Rob. We're starting to make a team, and it's mostly because, you know, everyone besides me has real lives, and we're trying to get a team of just of awesomeness going on at Coco Sports. All right, so please like, comment, subscribe. T-Sean, thank you. Boom Boom, thank you. Live audience, thank you.
Holla.
Dear Terry Funk, please make Fastlane awesome. And with that, I am over.